Danny Jones with a twinkle and a smile, crafting dreams together in a homemade style. Tinsel on the table and the lights aglow. Let's make magic happen in the fall and snow. Deck the halls with glitter and blue.
Welcome to my channel, Crafting with me, Danny Jones, and welcome to Gingerbread in July, celebrating Christmas in July through a Can't Sleep Creations collaboration hosted by my sweet friends Jody at Southern Seasons, Monica of Up All Night DIY, and Dawn of Shabby Meets Bling. Ourselves and many others have joined this playlist to share some love of gingerbread in July. However, I have a situation. I love Christmas in July, but when I go to the stores, it's all filled with Halloween. What's a woman to do? Well, I'll tell you. No, even yet. Better, I'll show you. So if you've been to this channel before, you know I have a fascination with hats, and I at first thought I would make a gingerbread fascinator. I haven't seen that made before. I usually see top hats, but not a fascinator. But I'm gonna go one step further, because the other thing I love to make is witch's hats. So let's just go wild today and make a gingerbread witch's hat. Do I think you might make this yourself? Who's to say? Maybe you're inspired. I would love to see your gingerbread witch's hat. I haven't seen one anywhere on Instagram. I see top hats and other hats and like headbands, but no witch's hats. So here we go. Luna is here to supervise the whole situation. She's checking the camera, making sure it's on. She's doing a great job. And as you can see, I am using these bags or these pouches from Amazon as my pattern. So the first thing we're going to do is use a witch's hat that I already have on hand and create a pattern with this paper. So it'll be easier for me to use my foam. If you haven't used foam sheets, they're fantastic. I'm sure you have. All those little packets with kits usually have like Christmas kits and stuff usually have foam sheets in them. So these are great to create gingerbread anything. Like you can cover everything in this foam, and it's great for making gingerbread, especially this color. It might be a little light, but I like it. So let's get going with my gingerbread hat. Now the biggest size I can find for these sheets were 12 by 16 if I'm not mistaken. So all I'm doing here is using a little bit of E6000, which is great for gluing this foam sheets, and just gluing them together and trying to make a very seamless seam, if that makes any sense. And now I am just using my pattern that I created from my Amazon bags and making my, and first I started using a pen and I thought that's not too bright, Annie. No. So I just etched it with one of my sculpting tools, and it worked just fine. So here I'm just cutting out the witch's hat, the brim and the hat itself, and it works out just fine. Now, while I was making this, I got a little bit excited because I should have done a step before I did this. So here I'm actually creating the witch's hat, and I make it kind of long because I do love the scrunched down witch's hat that has like a little something hanging off the side. But what I should have done was decorate it before I rolled it. But I caught myself before I added it to the brim. So you'll see what I did and what I did anyway with this witch's hat part. So here we have the brim, and one of the things I wanted to do was design this witch's hat so it would look like it was simply decorated with icing. And what I'm using here is like dimensional paint. You can also use spackle. I would suggest if you used any kind of caulking that it has silicone so it's bendable. Caulking sometimes can crack, so make sure that if you use caulking, it has to have a little bit of silicone so it's bendable. And all I am using is a stencil, and it turns out so beautiful. It actually looks like that white piped icing that you see on beautiful gingerbreads everywhere. So I continued with the pattern all the way around this beautiful hat brim, and it looks really elegant because to me it just looks like some kind of, very fancy embroidery. Now to this I also added some small flowers. One of the things I did do is I took the time to correct any mistakes that I had with the stencil. Sometimes, it goes over the stencil part. And then the other thing I added is a little bit of that, sprinkly kind of sugar glitter It's really pretty. It does look like snow or it looks like sugar. So I wanted to make sure that I had sugared trim all over my hat. Now I added some additional little flowers just to add some more decor. And again, same steps, using the stencil and then using the very sparkly white glitter. Now let's work on the hat. Let's make this hat a little scrunchy and like with a little turn so that it looks like something is hanging off of the top of the hat. The way you shape foam sheets is with heat. You can do a lot with heat and with foam sheets. As you see, all I'm doing here is holding it down, and I roll it slowly and softly, because one of the things you want to make sure of is if you've used any kind of glue that you don't melt the glue. So here I'm just scrunching down the hat so it's not this huge big old very pointy witch's hat. I like the scrunched down slouched witch's hat, the hats that are out there. And slowly just you can use, this is an embossing heat gun, or you use a big heat gun. Just be very careful, do it slowly if you're using a big heat gun, because you don't want to melt it so much either. And here, it's just the easiest thing to do is give it that little slouch. Now I wanted to create a ribbon around the hat itself that like covers the that's going to cover the seam between the brim and the hat itself. So I decided to make a band that would go around the hat. Now you can use a ribbon and that would be great. I didn't have any kind of gingerbread ribbon, so I decided to create my own gingerbread band. The same way you decorate the rest of the hat, I'm just using this dimensional paint and the sugared kind of glittery, glistening, white, snowy kind of glitter, and just using that to sparkle up the hat a bit. And here I'm just creating what's going to decorate the hat and the brim. Again, I could have used a red ribbon. It would have been just adorable as well, but I really wanted to make it look really gingerbread all throughout. So once I created this little ribbon that's going to go around the rim and around the hat, now I am going to create something else, and I don't know what yet. So I was really loving the way the brim was coming out, and then I got really upset because I wanted to decorate the hat a little more. So all I did is I folded it down. I held it down so that I can use the dimensional paint all over the hat itself. Now it is a little tricky, and that's why I'm saying if you can do it while it's still flat, it would be the best thing for you to do, but it works just fine. I did clean this little flower up a little bit, and I really like this stencil. Now as you can see, I messed it up. I just took the whole flower off and I started over again. That's how easy it is to work with this foam sheets. It's very easy to clean it off and start it again. So don't be afraid to try. There you go. Look at that. What a difference. I was going to try to just clean up the other one, but I think it was better just to start from scratch all over again. And then to this, once again, I'm going to add that sugary glitter, and everything just looks so cute already. Now, I know a lot of you don't like too much glitter, so if that's the case, you can also mix your dimensional paint with the glitter, but I just felt it looked more like sugared icing when you put the glitter on top and not just inside. Now, I was getting creative. I didn't know how I was going to decorate this hat. So here I'm cutting out a butterfly from the same foam sheets. And again, you can cut out any shape you'd like from these foam sheets and make them look like cookies. I do agree that this color is a little light. And there are different colors of brown, but this is the only one I already had in my stash. I didn't want to go out and spend extra money. And once again, just using this stenciling process, I really like this more than trying to hand ice with like one of those a piping bag. It was just going to be much more of a hassle, and I'm not that precise. Now I decided I can make myself a bow. I was just going hog wild. I didn't know what I was doing, but you can make yourself a little gingerbread bow, and you can use this either on a hat or a decoration or even as a barrette. Can you imagine how cute this would be for your little girl or your granddaughter or niece, or it's just so cute. You can create these little gingerbread bows as well from this material, and it's again so easy. Once you cut out the bow shape, you just glue it together, and then the same way I've done before, you stencil it and you sugar it with your glitter, and it's ready to go. And then if you want to, you can put icing on the edges using the actual silicone caulking, And it's so easy because it's on the edge, it's much easier to use than having to put everything into a piping bag and everything. So there's the piping that I'm going to use, is this Alex Plus, because it does have silicone. Now, if you love all things gingerbread, you have to check out my video that I created in collaboration with Plaid FX, where I actually made gingerbread shoes. So yes, I have gingerbread shoes, gingerbread hat. I need a gingerbread purse. I think that's the next thing I gotta make, is a gingerbread purse. When, I don't know, but if I ever have the time, I will make myself a gingerbread purse. Here's another fun trick I want to share with you. If you have any of these molds, IOD or any others, you can, instead of using like cornstarch or anything to release, I am using glitter. That same glitter that I'm going to sugar, you know, all the pieces so it looks like cookies. I am using the glitter to use my foam clay. So this is like a light brown colored foam clay, which to me mimics gingerbread perfectly. You don't even have to bother painting it. It's fantastic. And it's not that expensive on Amazon. You can check out my Amazon link. It should be in my store. And all I am doing here is just adding the clay right on top of the glitter. So it's already going to come out sugared, as you know, if you'd like to mention. Now, these are oak leaves that I had from last year's IOD collection, and I absolutely love it. And I thought how perfect to use this right now for this little witch's hat, because it could be used for fall or it could be used for Christmas. And am I going to wear it ever? You betcha. I'm going to find somewhere to wear that hat. I love this hat. Wait till you see it. So it's easy to release those little pieces of clay. Now, every good gingerbread witch has a gingerbread spell book, right? So I had to create one for her. So here I'm just taking this little journal that I had already in my stash. I know it says grow and in grace. I can still grow in grace even though it's covered, but all I'm doing now is using those foam sheets. Once again, I'm gluing it to the top of that journal, and I'm going to create my cute little gingerbread spell book. And you can call it a spell book. I think it's a cookie recipe book, because I'm sorry, anybody who cooks really, or who bakes, I'm sorry, not cooks, anybody who bakes really good gingerbread, that to me is magical. And here I'm going to use some white paint, and I'm going to use this wonderful stencil to spell out spells and cookies. And the same thing that I've done before, I'm going to glitter it up right afterwards. Actually, because this paint came out a little light, I decided to add some Mod Podge so that I can make sure that all of the glitter really fastens tight to all of those little letters. And I think this came out so very cute. What do you think? Would you make your own spells and cookie gingerbread book? I think it's the perfect accessory for any gingerbread witch. And to decorate it even a little more, I added some beautiful little stars, and I glittered them as well. And look at how magical my spells and cookie book is ready for Christmas or Halloween. Okay, I'm sorry, I got off track. Did we forget about the hat? No, we didn't. Now, in the center of the hat, as you see here, I created these little cuts so that I can attach the brim to the hat itself. I'm trying to line up the seams so that all the seams are on the same side, so I can, differentiate, like, where's the pretty part, where's the seam, how I can hide the seam, and all that. Now, piece by piece, I'm adding some glue, and I'm just using some hot glue here to attach the brim to the hat itself. And hot glue and the foam clay works fantastically well. Don't overdo it, because you don't want it to like burn and like ripple the outside of your foam, but it really works so well. And this way of attaching a hat to a brim for a witch's hat, I think, is better than the other way around, which usually some people like cut the hat itself. This way there's less to see there. It's like seamless when you see it on the other side. And just do it step by, one piece at a time. Don't try to glue it all at once, and just use your clamps to make sure that they really hold down. Here's a clear way of seeing how I attach the brim of the hat to the hat itself. Now here's my little gingerbread hat band that I created with that decor that you see right there. And I think it turned out really cute. I just wish I had put the fans on the side that's facing upwards. Either way, to me, it looks like a gingerbread cowboy witch's hat, if you were ever looking for one. Now, what do I use? Do I use the buckle? Do I use a bow? Do I use a butterfly? What shall it be? There's so many choices. I think I've made too many choices for myself. There's the butterfly. And what if I told you none of these? Well, not quite, but somehow. And I even have those little leaves that I created, and they look so cute too. So what is it that I'm going to use to decorate this hat? Now, in my stash, I happen to have these beautiful Sola wood flowers. And if you look at them at a certain angle, they look like they're made of gingerbread. Tell me that doesn't look like gingerbread, that natural wood. So all I did here was to add the quote unquote icing, which is a little bit of white paint mixed in with some Mod Podge, so that I can also glitter these up. And I'm just using a little bit of that white. It's kind of like white clear sugar glitter all over those beautiful flowers. And I'm adding even more glitter to that beautiful butterfly, because I figure if I'm going to have those flowers, I might as well include the butterfly as well. And I did try to make sure that I glittered both sides. Now here I am adding these flowers one by one. I hope you think I didn't cheat by using these wooden flowers, but if you don't have these wooden flowers, you can also cut the foam to make your own flowers the same way you would cut to make any kind of roses or daisies or anything. So if you want to replicate this, and again, it doesn't have to be a witch's hat, it could be a top hat, it could be a headband. Imagine a beautiful headband made with this foam and stenciled white with that sugar kind of icing look. I think it looks so elegant. And now I'm adding those clay, it's foam clay, so foam clay leaves that I created with that IOD mold. And I also created some iced stars. I cut out some stars, so that's also been added to this lovely hat. And now for a final reveal, but not before I make one more little accessory. In my stash, I just happen to have these tiny little gingerbread, I guess they're ornaments. They're supposed to be ornaments, but for me, they're going to be earrings. So all I'm going to do is add them to some clip earring, I don't know what they're called, like mechanisms. So some clip earring mechanisms, because they're heavy. I don't like, putting them into my pierced ears, but I think this will look so cute. And not only that, but I think I should also create a little pin to go with it. Now, I love collecting Christmas pins, but I don't have any Christmas Halloween gingerbread pins. Let's see if this works. I think I just might use a little gingerbread house for now, but maybe during Halloween, or probably just the next month that's coming around, I'll make a little gingerbread pumpkin to make a pin to match my hat. Now, let's see everything all together.
Oh, handmade Christmas, pure and true, each touch of love, a gift from you. No store-bought shine, just heart sincere. It's handmade holiday cheer.
Once again, I want to thank my friends Dawn of Shabby Meets Bling, Monica of Up All Night DIY, and Jody at Jody Southern Seasons for hosting Gingerbread in July Can't Sleep Creations collaboration. Please visit their channels, visit everything they create, because they're so beautiful, and also the full playlist for more inspiration. Thanks again for stopping by, and if this inspired you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. And I will see you again very, very soon.